Hey guys, System here, and this is ATM9 to the Sky. I myself am having a wonderful day. Hope you guys all are as well. Let's go ahead and jump forward, get back into this amazing pack. In between episodes, well, mostly just set up a bunch of autocrafting. So I started taking a look at this quest line here. This is the one for the ATM star. This was all locked down before. You couldn't see all the quests in here, but once we completed this one yesterday, it unlocked everything in here, because before all I could see was this and this, right? Now we unlocked all these. That's why I got a whole bunch of quest completions, I guess, yesterday in the middle of the video, just out of nowhere. I wasn't sure what was going on. It was all this stuff. No, definitely a thing. Most of these are just like entry quests too, so not that big a deal. Then there's the other ones that lead to different components, so you kind of follow the lines too. So if I look at the empty soul gem, I see that's going to be needed, I guess needed for the dragon soul, right? So you just kind of follow the lines, know exactly what you need to do. Keeps things really easy and organized, which I really appreciate. So anyway, what I'm looking at here was, I guess what I did in between episodes was set up a whole bunch of crafting recipes. So I set up ones for like this, what is it here? High density power capacitor. So I got that one out of the way. I used the mechanism method. So I got that done. And down here I did like another star generator. These were all easy recipes, really just auto crafting. So I just got them completely done and just completely out of the way because it wasn't really a big deal. There's one weird one though I should probably show. It wasn't in there. Is it in here? Right there. Yeah, you actually have to use the smithing table. Cool thing is, the E2 can do the smithing table right inside E2. You don't even have to make a smithing table. You just make a pattern. You'll choose the smithing table, I guess, when you do it. So you go into here. No, we have to go to our patterns. Let's go downstairs for a sec, just so I can show you that. But you can set up patterns for smithing tables. Super easy with this mod. It's really cool. Yeah, it just grabs this automatically. Same thing for stone cutting patterns. You can just automatically make those recipes super easily, and the system just knows what to do with it. But I set that one up. Then a couple others here as well. So pretty much anything I just do with auto crafting, I just got done. It just got out of the way. Same as the vibrant capacitor bank and this battery down here. I needed a husk for that one, but anyway, not that big a deal. So what I want to work on today is towards the ATM start. I think we're going to start with Darkmatter. To get into Darkmatter though, we actually need to get the summoning altar. And with that, we also need to get Aeternalis fuel blocks, right? And then I guess Sky Steel. We don't have that yet, but that'll be easy setup. But to do this, we actually need the Philosopher Stone. So we'll go ahead and work on that. Usually you have to do Botania, but I think we have a way to kind of skip that for now, and we'll come back to Botania later. I think the only thing we really need from Botania this pack is the Gaia Guardian fight. So yeah, we'll get to that at some point, but for right now, I just want to get us some Mana Steel. So let's go ahead and jump into it and start working towards this. I think we're going to work on this too. The fuel blocks, we'll do that. And I think we might even be able to get to Vibranium today. So we'll kind of see how it works out here. So let's go ahead and get into it, right? So the first thing we're going to do is make one of these here. So I already made it, actually. This is the Gate Pearl, Gateway of Overworlding and Knights. Really easy recipe. This thing does dungeon loot rolls. So that's actually pretty cool. It has 4 waves. It has quite a bit of mobs in it, but I'm not too worried. They get a little strong, but I think we're way too powerful, especially with all our AoE stuff. I saw that we get Mana Steel from dungeon loot, right? So it's over here. So yeah, it has a chance of being in there. I'm pretty sure we get a ton of loot out of this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and try it out here and see if it actually works to get me my Mana Steel. So let's go ahead and put that down, put that down. This so it picks up all the loot at the end, because there will be a big pile. Up here, I'll just go ahead and, can I just put it right here? I can too. There you go. And we'll start this out and see how it goes here. I'm really not too concerned, I guess. I think for the most part, our weapon is going to be able to pretty much one-shot everything, except for maybe the later waves, right? So not really too concerned at all. Like right there, there's already one wave done. And there, we're probably getting a whole bunch of just random mob drops. So it does a bunch of mob drop rolls as well. But really not what we're going for. I really hope we get what I want here, just so we don't have to do Botania today. We'll have to get to it, like I said. I just don't want to do it today at all. I woke up today, I chose no Botania. Let's see how this goes here. Oh, could you please go away? Really don't want to deal with the Enderman. Our weapon is so strong now, especially with our buff. We do the extra, I think it's 15 damage from the strength that we have. So that's actually pretty cool. So we do 21 plus 15. We actually hit pretty hard, considering this is just a atomic disassembler, right? So pretty cool in that regards. So we're getting a bunch of loot here. It's going pretty quickly too. Anyway, go ahead and do that here. This one too was, I guess, crashing packs before too. But in one of the recent updates, they actually have it working. So it isn't doing that anymore, which is really rad. So that is cool. Yeah, this one was totally just crashing people's backs. Our little AoEs and all our debuffs and stuff really make this really simple, doesn't it? We're just slaughtering everything, not really having to do anything. Go and get rid of this one. And I guess this guy. There we go. We're done there. Go ahead and drop those off. We're getting a bit of the apotheosis gems as well. I don't know if we'll actually have to do a gem farm in this one. I guess we could, but not sure if we have to. I wonder if the gems actually work on the Chaos Dragon. That would be actually really rad if that actually works. But anyway, I guess we'll find out in time one way or another. Someone will tell me or I'll do it. So this wave here actually has some stronger guys. But again, our debuffs are going to handle those very easily. There you go. Almost done, actually. Look at that. We got one more mob around here somewhere. This guy's sniping me. There you go. And we should start getting a whole bunch of loot here in a second. Maybe? Oh, there it is. Got a whole bunch. Oh my goodness. 32 mana steel? Yeah, we're good. With that, we can actually go ahead and make the seed. I need to sort this out though. We got tons of junk. But my goodness, you get a lot of loot from this. So I think I got this a little semi-sorted, I guess. Still some stuff here I just want to kind of totally get rid of. But for the most part, we really didn't get that much that I really want. I did want the mana steel, of course. So I'm quite happy that we got that. And well, I got this weird spell too. This one here. What was it called? Alex's Magnificent Mansion. And if you actually use it, it uses it casts a spell with a whole bunch of those mage blocks. It makes like a sphere around you. So I'm not so sure how long this lasts, but I think these are like a time thing, right? But you can't break them as well, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. So you just go ahead and get rid of them. Don't think they actually drop either, do they? No, it's a weird little spell though. So you build yourself like a little temporary house. Kind of strange either way. That's cool. Hopefully we don't have a lot of those downstairs. I'm pretty sure they disappear when they're kind of, you know, when they time out, but maybe not. I guess when I go down there, we're doing automation down there later. So we'll find out either way. Let's go ahead and make our seed here. So this seed here, like I said, just be our mana steel. Super easy. Drop that off. And then we'll have infinite amounts of mana steel. And then we can just go ahead and get our philosopher stone. And then get it to automating dark matter. I was going to say dark steel. We already have dark steel. There we got our mana steel all set up for autocrafting. And we got a drawer. So everything's kind of sorted out there, which is awesome. I guess the next thing we need to do is go ahead and grab our summoning, I guess, altar there. I didn't actually pin that, did I? Go ahead and grab that there. This thing looks pretty easy to make here. I think we can set this up for automation with 82 as well. So I'm pretty excited to see how that works for us. Go ahead and make a couple of those. There we go. Then see if we can actually make ourselves a carpet. At which point we should be able to make the summoning altar. Here you go. And we'll probably put that on this platform here. I guess we'll have to move this though. Can we make a, it's called packing tape, right? Is what works on those, I think. Go ahead and make ourselves some packing tape here. Get this thing actually moved, right? So go ahead and grab that. Go ahead and do this. Then we can actually move this thing. Here you go. And then we just get this into the correct spot. I'm going to go and do a little bit of cabling, get some cabling underneath this. Because I want to automate philosopher stones as well. Because, well, we'll end up needing more than just one in time anyway. So I think I have everything set up here. So let's go ahead and grab our last recipe, which will be this here, the philosopher stone. Let's go ahead and grab that. Already set up the recipe for the dark nether star. It's just this obsidian with iron. So really easy. Smelt that down. Then you're good there. Then I need a TNT as well. TNT needs to move in this recipe here. So let's go ahead and grab that. Pop this over here. Reason we do that is when you grab the philosopher stone recipe here, when you actually craft on this table, you have to put the items on first and then the catalyst item on last, right? So otherwise it won't work properly. So that should work there. That has a facades because I needed that. And I think that's everything, actually. I have the other ones already in there, so let's go ahead and see if this works here. Should work either way. Let's go ahead and find out. I can't remember if I put the collector on the bottom of this too. I did not yet. So we need a collector down here as well, because this actually drops the items in the roll when it's finished crafting as well. So that is definitely a thing. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and put you here. Go ahead and grab ourselves a facade because I had this cable here. And this should work, right? So let's go ahead and turn this to blocking mode just to make sure it is good in that regards. Then go ahead and grab ourselves a philo and see if this works here. Oh, I didn't actually put in the recipe. Do that right there. Now let's try it. So if I try one of these now. Oh, maybe I did not do the TNT recipe? I thought I did. So I got this all automated now. I actually have a proper TNT, I guess, recipe. Just like that. Should actually put all the things in before it even, I guess, drops it. The actual, I guess, the advanced item collector underneath is picking it up and putting it inside the provider, and everything's good in the world, right? So we have this thing fully automated, which is really rad. Now, our main use for this, I guess, right away is going to be to go ahead and get into this stuff here, the Aeternalis fuel block. And to get this, we need to do a bunch of work here. Probably going to have to set up a crafter, right, to do this. So you get the block, you need 9 of these. That's going to be the Aeternalis fuel. To get that, you need the philosopher stone and 4 Mobius fuel. The Mobius fuel is going to be 4 alchemical. And then we got ourselves the base of it, which is 4 coal, right? I think it takes 64 blocks of coal to get yourself one of these here, the actual Aeternalis fuel block. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a crafter, kind of get this done here. Should be pretty simple, actually. And we have a whole bunch of crafters downstairs anyway. So I already have my crafter set up, so I'll show you what I kind of did here in a second. But I need to go ahead and grab this, and 64 blocks of coal. This will be the recipe that we actually use inside the crafter, right? So I'll send the crafter 64 blocks of coal. Then when it comes out the other side, it'll be entire block of Aeternalis fuel. So that's kind of the idea here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. You see I already have one of those in my inventory because, well, use it to set up the machine here. Go ahead and go back here. And here we just have the standard induction card powering this machine. So super simple. It's basically the same setup we did with our essence with the mystical agriculture crafting, right? Same concept, right? So in here, we're going to get the coal. Takes the blocks of coal, crafts it down to regular coal, at which point it gets turned into alchemical. Make sure it's set to internal on each step. Then it'll go to, I guess, the Mobius, again, internal. It goes to the Aeternalis fuel, internal. Then finally, it gets turned to the block. And that's where we use our external C to make sure the philosopher stone stays in the input, right? So it'll actually stay here. Then the blocks will go out here. And with that, this should be fully automated, actually. So go to here and grab myself the Aeter. There you go. Go ahead and grab one of those and check that out. There you go. It's already done. Just like that. Super simple, super clean, and really nice. I really like that. That is good stuff. Go ahead and upgrade that. And all this really needs is some facades, and we're good in that regards, right? That was super clean. That took no time at all. These machines are a little janky, not jank. They're a little weird, you know, with the way they work, but the crafters work so well. I guess my only really beef with these machines is that if you don't pick that recipe slot before you go on to your next recipe, you either write over one or you don't get a recipe, right? So if you don't choose the slot, you just overwrite something, or you don't actually get it to actually save either. It's a little weird in how it works there. But outside of that, these crafters are just like the best crafters there are out there. I love these things. Also, make sure you always hit your remember your go slots too. So you always leave rooms for at least every item has one slot. I just filled up all the other ones with the coal there, because when it unpacks it, there'll be like 9 stacks. But have it in fast mode, so it shouldn't even matter. Either way, that's our fuel all done. It's actually, yeah, that was really simple. Just need a couple of facades. So the last thing we need to do is actually go ahead and make ourselves the sky steel here. We're going to use this little setup here that we used for the flukes, I guess, early on. We also use it for the, what's that called there? The redstone crystals. I just made a big batch of those. We really don't need those, I don't think, anymore in the pack. We need to go ahead and actually push this stuff into lava. So we'll go ahead and set this up with lava instead. So something like that there. So we'll just have that sitting there, I suppose. Then the recipes, we'll just leave those ones in there in case I have to change it back for any reason and set up the recipe. So should be super easy to set this up because we already have this kind of already set up, right? So let's go ahead and grab that. Need to make sure you smelt down actual skystone. Could make a seed for this too, but honestly, it's going to be used so little. I see no point, so I'm not going to bother there. And this same setup should work, right? So it's going to, I guess, drop this stuff off via here. I had to set up to be filtered too, so I guess I'll have to filter this. So I did, what do I do here? Charged Certus, iron, and skystone. So let's go ahead and grab all that. So we need charged Certus, iron, and then we'll grab our skystone. And this should work. And after that, we should be able to go ahead and actually set up a recipe for our dark matter, right? So it should be pretty simple. So let's do that. I have that filtered twice. Let's not do that. Go ahead and grab you there, and this should convert when it hits the lava. So we'll kind of see how it works here. I think it's blacklisted, so it can't actually destroy that stuff in this pack with that mod anyway. What am I making now? I'm making sky steel. Let's go ahead and grab that. Completely forgot what I was doing there. Go ahead and drop that off. See stuff going in there. It looks like it's being converted. There you go. And then we just need to have it set filtered in here, right? So we just do that. There you go. Totally done. So that works. So maybe go ahead and try that one more time. Just make sure everything kind of works perfectly. Drop the stuff off. and then it should be grabbed by the advanced item collector. There you go. That handles that. Super simple. Just kind of reuse our old setup there, which we aren't using anymore. I mean, we're just getting fluix with the essence now. And like I said, those charged redstone is used for the applied flux mod, and I have enough to make a couple more drives. Like I said, I just crafted up a couple hundred of them, and then I'll definitely not use more than that in the pack at all, if I even bother doing more. That one little 4K drive I've made, that one little small one there, it just holds so much power. I just don't really see a reason to bother. I mean, there's 17 billion. That's enough to power any machine that I have like in our system, right? Why would I bother going ahead and making a 1.2 trillion one? Just seems pointless to me. I'm just going to stick with this little 4K drive that we have here that's filled up all the time. That way I'm not putting all my power to 82 when I want to end up sending it to other places. Either way, we get that there. I guess the last thing we need to do is set up a recipe. So the dark matter here would be this here. So this would be the recipe here. The only thing is we need to go ahead and grab our Aeternalis and put it on the end. And I think that's right. So we have that, we have that. Yeah, we have all this stuff. So that should just work just fine. Let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and get this auto-crafted. Because if so, we'll get another part of the star done here. Go ahead and grab that. I guess we have to get red matter. That's the next step of this as well. But I think we need to get into mechanism before that, like a late game mechanism. So anyway, go ahead and grab our dark matter. So if I try to grab 30, looks like you can actually do everything. I guess I grabbed 20. Going to use a lot of coal to do this, so it's going to take a little bit of time. I want to see if it starts here. Yeah, I already crafted one, and then it's crafting another one. That's not that bad, considering it's doing all the crafting of that coal. So it's crafting the 64 blocks of coal. Then it's making that stuff, no problem. That's actually rad. I'm pretty sure too we can treat this stuff just like I can't do the Aeternalis here. If I look at an adder, can you craft that back down? Because if so, I think we need to use some of the lower level stuff for some other things. So go here, go to use on that. Can I craft that back down? Yes, you can. You can do that. Then you craft that one back down as well. Looks like you have to use a philosopher stone. Okay, not really that big a deal. Maybe we'll have to go ahead and set up a second crafter, or we just do that by hand, I guess. But I think I saw somewhere we need one of the lower forms as well. But either way, it doesn't matter too much. That works fine. Like, we already have 20 dark matter just like that. In fact, if it's that simple, let's go ahead and grab 4 more. Go ahead and grab you. And then we can just go ahead and make a full set of armor out of this as well, because there's no reason not to. I think this armor is 80% damage reduction by default, like just right off the hop. It's not particularly amazing armor, but it's pretty good. Grab you. There you go. Get ourselves a helmet. And then we'll go ahead and use this for other stuff as well. But I figured we might as well go ahead and get this done too. Sweet. And then pull off this and go ahead and wear that stuff. There you go. So I went ahead and grabbed our EMC table as well. So we actually have this, the transmutation table. You go ahead and drop items in there. They'll end up learned. And from that point on, as long as I have enough EMC, just go ahead and pull the items out, right? All willy-nilly. So it's just nice. Also sits on a wall, which is pretty cool too. So yeah, I could just use the gems from Zycraft as well. So go here, and I just use that for EMC. Really easy. So go ahead and grab a bunch of them. Just do that there. Then go ahead and drop those off. There you go. Got a bunch more EMC. Then I can pull out more stuff, right? So if we want a whole bunch of membranes, just do that there. So a pretty easy way to kind of get you a lot of basic blocks, I guess, in this pack. Doesn't have as much use as it does in some other packs. Usually you're very, very excited when you get this block in most packs, right? But in this one, it's usually, I guess not usually, but mostly for very basic blocks like wood. And I guess you get your wool, which is not too bad. I saw glass in there too, so we could actually grab glass from here. String mob drops, right? The basic mob drops. Stuff like that, right? So it has its uses, just limited uses, but pretty cool either way. And we have those now. This thing too is really cheap. It doesn't actually use the philosopher stone. So yeah, just go ahead and do that. You can make another one too, another version of this too. Actually, I'll make it here. I don't think I'll probably use it, but I'll make it anyway. Do that, this here. And then you can have one that you just carry around with you as well. So pretty cool in that regards. One thing to mention about EMC as well is that the number here, so the actual points, that's saved to your player character. So you don't actually have to worry about, losing your EMC if you lose your table or your tablet. they're just attached to your player character. So any that you open, you always see that number there. You can always pull out any item that you've learned yourself. So definitely how that works there. Just wanted to make sure everyone knew that. So I went ahead and did a little bit of crafting. I grabbed out some stuff here for some recipes. We're going to be doing a little more of Draconic evolution. I want to get us the Awakened Draconium seeds and the crux so I can actually start growing this stuff. So we're able to get that up to the max tier here. Probably in another episode, right? So what we made, I guess, were the Draconic Fusion Crafting Injectors. These are going to be, we place items on them. Then we put another item in the crafting core. We give these ones power. We hit a button on this one. It crafts an item. So pretty basic, right? So what we'll do is go ahead and set these down. We'll do a little 3x3 configuration. It does not have to be in this configuration. What's the configuration we're going to go with? Also made one of these too. It's a redstone clock. Just a very simple redstone clock here. And it should be able to do the auto crafting. Now this block here has to be a minimum of 3 blocks away from this from the injectors, right? If I put it closer, it won't work. Like if I actually, I'll show you. If I do this here, that, and that. See there, it says that the injectors are too close. The injectors, I believe, have to be well, they have to be either at the same level, one above or one below. So just like, you know what I mean, that kind of orientation. Otherwise, it won't work as well. And let's go ahead and put that down. So to get this crafting is really easy, right? So go ahead and get the power into these here. So these take the power. The actual core does not take it at all. So let's go ahead and do that right there. And this is already ready to go, right? So what we need to do is get a valid recipe out here. Oh, there's different settings for this too. So you look at these injectors, you shift or right click on them. You can set them the single item mode or stack mode. I'm gonna leave them stack mode right now because I think it'll be easier to set up this crafting. I'll go ahead and put in Draconium core, Wyvern, Draconium block. Then I'm gonna need a bunch of stacks of diamonds here. Actually, why do I have the stacks like this? These should be stacks of 9. I don't know what I was doing here. Go ahead and do that right there. That, and that. Then we'll go ahead and break one of these. And what we're basically doing is taking all of these and getting them up to the next tier. So I put this in here. You'll see it says no valid recipe right now. But once I put it in there, it's a valid recipe and it starts charging, right? It's going to start making some noise. It makes quite a lot of effects as well. It's actually very well animated as well. But you'll see here, kind of does the stuff with things. The redstone block there triggered it. Otherwise, you had to click start there. But that's why I always use like a redstone timer or something like that to start it, just so you don't have to go into the block to actually start it. Just automatically starts it. And there's no penalty for doing that either. See there? It does the thing. And then you get yourself the actual crafter, right? So that's actually really cool. Then the way you want to kind of go to do the next one is probably just like break that. Go ahead and do that. Whatever you, oh, I forgot that too. When you put that, you get to take out the items first because it actually remembers the items. You know, then I can put those back in, put this in here, then repeat. So pretty little simple process. I'm going to do that for all 9 of these, at which point we'll go ahead and do our Awakened Draconium, which is this recipe right here. We only need, I guess, 7 crafters for this one, but I might as well do all 9 because we'll need to move forward anyway, just to get them done. Also, if you want to speed this up, you can speed it up at this phase, but you can't do it while it's charging. So there's like 2 phases there, right? So if I go ahead, I'll show you one more time. Let's go ahead and grab you. Go ahead and, I did that wrong again. Let's pull that off. Cool. Then put this down. Go ahead, put that back in. Go put it in here. So when it's charging, I can't speed this up at all. So I actually have to wait for this. I totally have to wait for it. But once it hits 100%, the speed acceleration will start working during the actual craft. So at this point, I think it's like moving the power. So all our crafters are upgraded, which is what we want. And with that, we can actually go ahead and make our Awakened Draconium now. So you see there have to be at tier Wyvern. All of ours are now tier Wyvern. They take 6 of the cores, 1 of the hearts, and then 4 blocks of Draconium. And then we get 4 blocks of Awakened Draconium, right? So I should be able to go ahead and just throw these down. Go ahead and do the stuff things like that. Go ahead and grab ourselves a heart. Put that in here too. And that should start just crafting that, right? So super simple, super easy. It's a cool little crafting system. It's been around forever. It's always looked good too. Like it's always been very well animated, right? Look at that. The little clicking sound gets you, drives you after a little bit. But outside of that, it's not too bad at all. Look at that, doing tough things. Look at that, man. Awesome. There you go. We got ourselves our Awakened Draconium. With that, we'll need one of these into this form right here. With that, we can actually go ahead and make our seed as well. So I would take 4 of those, drop those off in here. And I should be able to make our crux as well. We need another heart. I fought the dragon a couple more times too. 3 more times to be exact. Go into there. Go ahead and make ourselves a crux. That is fantastic. Grab ourselves the seed. There it is there. And just go ahead and get this planted, right? And now we'll have a wicked draconium just being, I guess, produced infinitely, which is pretty rad all around. There you go. Set up a drawer. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and get to our next item here. I have another one I want to set up pretty much right away. So let's go ahead and grab that, and that. With that, we're going to go ahead and grab this item here. This one is a dislocator. This thing is just a teleport. Has durability. I don't know what it is there. 31 durability by default, apparently. If I set a, I guess, bind it to the ground, walk over here, just right click, teleports me back, uses a bit of durability. But we can make this into a better version, right? So let's go ahead and pop that in there. With that, we should be able to set up this recipe pretty quickly, actually. Let's do that for them. So I'll have the Wyvern core, then the Draconium. Then we need, oh, not that. There you go. Then 3 ender pearls. And that should give us a advanced dislocator. And with that, we can do a lot more with it. So that should work there. It's doing the stuff things. Need ourselves a bunch of ender pearls as well. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of them. This is going to be used as the, I guess, power source for this mod. Or I guess I should say this item here. Please just hurry up. There you go. Go ahead and grab that. Kind of check this out here. So this is the advanced dislocator. If you shift or right click with it, you could open up this menu here. You click this all button. It pull all the ender pearls from your inventory and put them in here. You'll see here the total number of teleports remaining. It's the amount of the ender pearls that I put in there, right? So pretty cool there. We can use this teleport around. So say I want to set this spot right here as a teleport. I would open up the menu. There you go. Go ahead and add new. It'll add it right there. And then I can just teleport here anytime I want. So if I go ahead and head over here now and just right click, I go back there, right? Now if you want to set up a second one, right? So I go down here. Say I want to have one in front of this crafting terminal here as well. I just shift right click, add another one. I don't think you can rename them right now. That's the only thing that's a little odd. You can make it dark and light too, but I guess it doesn't matter. I don't think you can rename them right now, unless there's a way of doing it I'm not sure of. That's the only thing I'm not sure about right now. You used to be able to do that. Oh. Oh, that's bad. I was wondering what that was doing. Add current position to top of list and 1 to the bottom. Okay, we know what that button does. You also can delete them here as well, so I'll go ahead and do that. You can also lock them, so you can't accidentally delete them, which is actually pretty nice. I just wish there was a way to rename them, so I'm not sure how you do that. You also don't even have to open this up to switch between your teleports. So I have it set to period and comma. What you do is go into options, controls, keybinds, go to category, go to Draconic. It was these ones right here. So advanced dislocator, select down, and then select up. So I just put period and comma, so it's nice and easy. And there's a blink here too that you can use, but I never use it. And then I set a key for the GUI as well. So with that, I could actually put this into our curios. If I hit that, I can bring up the menu, whatever I want. Don't have to worry about it. And then I can just switch between our teleports as well. And yes, this thing works cross-dimension as well. So if I go ahead and head to our cake here, do that real quick. Cool. Find a better spot too, because I don't really like this one. Probably closer to this right here. So I got one set here as well. So it's set right on top of the pillar. I just go ahead, I guess, jump between them, right? So I can teleport here, or go back to the, I guess, the overworld, or go back to the end as well. So it's easy to kind of move around. I just wish we could name them. If we could name them, it'd be perfect, right? But right now I'm just looking at coordinates. It gets a little confusing. But if I guess if you know your coordinates very well, you actually travel around pretty quickly, which is not too bad at all. They just make it really easy with this thing. I think in the old one anyway. I'm pretty sure in the old one you could name them. But don't quote me on that. Go ahead and lock that one as well. But yeah, that's a really cool item. Quite happy to have it. This used to be the go-to teleporting item that everyone used.
So I think I'm going to go ahead and actually end this one here. So as always, if you guys like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Want you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.